Hi, this is Ren, and this is my response to CFC's Scarface's allegations against my son. Not allegations, but his blasphemous words. So, in case you don't know, Light is my son, and I am a very, very proud mama. Like, he's one of my favorite children, not gonna lie. But I'm here to address some of the stuff that this man has said about my son. So, first of all, for context here, CFC is my brother. I was always mama's favorite. But we live in the same house because my first husband left me. Yeah, so obviously I'm kind of poor. So I live with CFC and he grants me money to help out, because I'm the one who got him his job at the glue factory. Because without me, he wouldn't be making no money. But so I live there with Light. I've been seeing this lovely person named Sadie. Love him. But that's besides the point. So, the first video my brother made, it was called Why I Hate My Nephew. Don't you think hate's a little bit of a strong word? I'm just saying. Ain't that a little bit of a strong word to use against your kin? Anyway, so in that video, he was saying the reason he hated his nephew, my son, was because my son, my poor sweet summer child, wouldn't get him a beer. Now, I want you to take a look at this and think how wrong this sounds. My son is a minor. He's underage. He should not be exposed to substances like beer. Yet this man keeps it in his house, even though I have a son who should not be exposed to beer. I've told him about this many times, and I've talked to his wife about it too, and his wife, I hear, is making him quit, which thank God for that, because I don't need my brother turning an alcoholic. I mean, he already was, but he's doing better now. Anyway, so he got mad at my son for not getting him a beer. My son was minding his own business, getting himself a drink from the fridge. CFC is sitting his lazy little bum self over here, and he tells my son, "Get me a beer." And Light looks at him with sweet baby, innocent eyes he has, and says, "I'm not gonna try to do his accent, because my son's accent, it's beautiful and unique, it's something I cannot do." But he turns to his uncle and goes, "Go get your own beer," which is a valid thing, because you're a child, you shouldn't be getting your ex-alcoholic is getting better now because of his blessed wife, I love her, but, cannot talk. So he calmly says, "Go get your own beer," which is a valid thing for a child to say, because a child should be getting you a beer. And CFC gets mad at him. The audacity of this man. The audacity. So naturally, the good mother I am, I comment on CFC's video, and I'm like, don't disrespect my son. Because he shouldn't be disrespecting my son just for being a child and not getting him a beer. Especially, if you're gonna have a beer, get your own beer. Don't force my child to get you one. And the audacity in his next video, he mentions me in it. I'll get to that later, but now let's talk about my son. So, in his next video, he titled it, "My nephew wants me to apologize even though I'm right." Child, you ain't right. This is why I'm mom's favorite. You ain't right here, child. He was saying, and then he starts disrespecting my son's room. Now, my son may have interesting taste, but I've never shamed him for it. Never. My son can like what he wants. It's not my business. So sure, he might have a lot of anime body pillows in his room, and his room might not be the best smelling. And sure, he might have a fanboy skirt, but he's expressing himself, and I'm proud of him for that. And with his wallpaper. It's not in your right to judge my son's wallpaper. I'm just saying, let Light have his interests. They might not be my interests, but don't. It's not weird, okay? He's expressing it. He's a teenager. He's expressing himself, okay? He's going through a phase. I'm sure we all, especially you. I'm just saying. We all went through phases, and he's going through one right now. and he should express himself during his phase, because it's not healthy to keep that phase boiled up. I'm just saying. Anyway, back to it. And he starts, and now I'll go to the part where he starts mentioning me in this. So he mentioned how I messaged him about this, and I'm like, don't disrespect my son, which I'm right in that case. And then he starts having the audacity to say that I am a yapper. Hon, you're the one posting videos about why you hate your nephew. I don't think I'm the one who's yapping here. And then he mentions how I owe him money. Now, as I mentioned earlier, he kindly lends me money because I live with him, and I'm the one who got him a job at the glue factory. I'm the one who went up there whenever we were having applications for it and said they should hire him. I'm the one who did that. And he has the audacity to say I owe him that much money. Honey, I told you I'm giving you your money back once I marry Seaweed. Seaweed's rich. You know this. I'm marrying into rich. I told you I would get your money back to you, and yet you still gotta mention to the whole dang internet that I'm currently poor. That's not very nice. I'm just saying. Like, I'll get you your flipping money back. Eventually. Trust, once I marry Seaweed, I'm gonna get you your money back. But instead of just waiting patiently, I had to go complain about it. That's not having family values. I'm just saying. Like, it's not family values. Anyway, back to the light topic. So, in his third video, he mentions about how Light has taken a particular interest to men, which, that's fine. If he wants to swing that way, that's fine with me. I will gladly accept my son to be dating a boy. I will gladly accept that. But he mentions in that video about something I never thought I'd catch my son on, but I'll talk about it later. Why you are grounded, kids know that. But as of right now, I'd like to ask why you were invading on my son's privacy. That is his private computer. I got that for him for his birthday to be used however he wishes. And about that computer, why were you even looking at it whenever you come into his room? Why are you even looking at it? Because you mentioned about his buff, naked man wallpaper. Why were you looking at it? Why were you looking at it? And when he mentions character iChats, which he's grounded for that because I didn't know who's in it, because I didn't know who's using it, which he should have told me. I would have let him. Maybe not let him get down and dirty with bots, but, like, I would have let him use the website. But why were you reading those chats? CFC, I have a small query for you. I'm just saying, just a small little query for you. Are you sure you don't like men, my guy? Are you sure? Because you seemed awfully interested. You seemed awfully interested in his character iChat, specifically the men ones, because he mentioned that one the most. And his men body pillows. Like, and both men wallpaper, he mentioned that quite a few times. Why were you taking particular interest in that? I mean, just admit it to yourself. Mama always thought. Mama always had a suspicion. Like, sure, you can look at another... Like, sure, you can look at another man the way I look at another woman. It's like, yeah, they're a piece of something. Like, yeah, they're fine. Like, they're good looking. They're a sight for sore eyes, you know? But, sure, you can do that. But have you ever taken a moment to consider the fact that you might look at guys that way? I know you're happily married to your wife. Which I love her to death. But are you sure? Just, like, be honest with yourself for a second, CFC. Be honest. Just be honest for a second to yourself, okay? I can't think of anything else I want to address. Just stop crap talking my son, and this is all over. You quit crap talking my son, this is all over. You'll be forgiven. But as of right now, I'd like to cut off communications with you. I'd like to ask you to please stop I'd like to ask you to please stop invading my son's privacy. Stop going in his room. I will be having to talk to him about this. I will. And I will begrudgingly admit, thank you for bringing this to my attention. but you should not be snooping for stuff. I shouldn't even have to hear about this. And for the love of all good and holy, don't have another beer.